Want to let all the girls know and everything that I relapsed on THCA, and I feel sorry about it. But what I'm trying to say is that 7 days I was cutting down for 7 days, like drastically. Went a couple days without doing it, and then if I did it a little bit, I would still wouldn't count that little bit that I would do because I've been sober for most of the time, and it wouldn't affect my dopamine as much. So I was getting more energy, and it was awesome. Like just when I was trying to quit THCA, you know what I mean? But I smoked that CBD today, and that was a whole different whole world, and it made me have anxiety and everything. And then now I'm ran out of that uh, the CBD, and that's a little too weird for me. But it does affect you. The CBD, it does affect you. And then now the THC, that's a sativa. It's like an upper, you know what I mean? And the other is like probably a downer, so it can't be good for my heart. Because the THC and the CBD, but it's all in the same compound of the weed family. Oh,
Hey, sorry. Go ahead.
it's okay. That was just a biker passing through. They know my name, Cody. You know what I mean? My name's Cody. You know what I mean? That's in my name in real life, and everybody knows who I am. They see my TikTok and everything, and I think because people take these videos and put it on TikTok, and a bunch of people see it. It's crazy. But anyway, um, I did relapse on THCA, and what I'm gonna do is when I run out, I am going to quit again, and I need to quit because it's just the thing is that I like being sober. I like what that feels like. Makes me pursue the girls even more, and I have a clear mind, and I'm talkative, and I'm right on point with stuff. But on weed, I'm talkative too. But it's just a little bit different state of consciousness. I want to be in a sober state of consciousness and be totally like one with you know my higher mind, and that's what I want to get to. And it's a whole different reality when you're sober. It's a whole different reality, and that reality is actually interesting, fun. You get higher states of consciousness, you do different things, and it changes your whole world. So one day I'll branch out and I'll become sober, and I'll do this for you, but I have to start over on the calendar. I was at day 7, but I have to start over. And magic's real. Magic is real because what we can do is we could put in an input or 110% of our input. That unlocks the next 10% onto 100, meaning it changes the perspective of how you see it because it's 110% rather than 100%. See, this is what I'm trying to explain of what magic, of the supernatural that is real. You know what I mean? And I'm explaining these facts, and we go to explain all these things in what I teach on my other YouTube channels. Even 2018, that one YouTube channel, Universe Comes First, that's my old YouTube channel, and it's so good. And I'm so glad they still have it because I can look back at my old videos, and I gotta almost save them old videos. You know what I mean? Because sometimes in Kentucky, all that got lost. All the SD cards for that got lost, and so there's not much I can do about that. But when I came back from Kentucky, that's when I got on probation, and then now in December, two more months, I'm off probation. But I get to see my probation officer tomorrow, and I was doing a good job quitting. You know what I mean? So I have to give myself that credit. You know what I mean? Where it's due. And I was doing a real good job, and I just want to let you know that I could be more clear-minded and everything and do greater meditations and everything like this if I just maintain sober. And I got to do it for the girls. I got to maintain sobriety again and do it for the girls because the girls would love me more because I'd be a higher state of consciousness. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be always going back in my old ways of wanting to smoke weed, but I've been addicted for years, like smoking every day, and this has to end eventually. I know it does, but I went 7 days, girls. So of intermittently cutting down for like days upon days upon days upon days, and I'm proud. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of the girls for helping me along the way, because without them, my heart would be just totally after nothing because I'd have no motivation whatsoever. Like the girls give me that motivation to have the drive and wherewithal because I'm lonely, and girls cheer me up. They always have. They have a really good heart, and I love them for that. And they always cheer me up. But today, I felt like out of place, almost like I had a little bit of anxiety around people. But that's because of the CBD. It's a new compound that I never tried before. And that's the same thing of what comes from the marijuana plant. And it's a derivative, but it's only CBD. And they usually use it in CBD oil rather than smoking it. And you can actually get this weird psychoactive effect. And it's psychoactive because it's straight from the weed plant. You know what I mean? It's still psychoactive CBD. Oh, yeah. And I just want to let you know that I'm trying to do the best of my ability to become my greatest version. You know what I mean? I need to be like my higher self and be right on top of the game. You know what I mean? And be real diligent. Conquer these things. But anyway, I love, worship, honor, and obey the divine princesses and the divine goddesses and the girls forever. Amen. I love you, girls, forever. Amen. And guess what? I'm doing the best of my ability. And, I've been, you know, I ate the rest of that CBD. I ate the bud. You know what I mean? The flower. It's called flower. You know what I mean? The bud form of the CBD. And it's pretty good. You know what I mean? Um, it's something that wouldn't show up on a piss test. You know what I mean? If you were getting UA'd by your probation officer. But I gotta quit. I'm getting off probation soon, but I gotta quit. You know what I mean? I just have to. And I just gotta tell YouTube this, and hopefully that YouTube has sympathy for me that I screwed up. And when I run out, I'm only gonna use the rest of my money for food. And when I run out of what I bought, because there's only $6 is a really good deal for really good stuff. You know what I mean? But I get bored sometimes and lonely. Cruels, I'm lonely. I'm out in the forest and stuff because I get away from the traffic because when the traffic looks at me and stuff, I can feel their judgmental thoughts. And sometimes I have to conquer it with my own mental thought patterns to conquer them things. It takes mental energy. So I get mental energy drains of trying to, that's why I like to take the back route to somewhere. You know what I mean? And I'm like all alone, like a lone wolf. But I don't want to be a lone wolf. It's like God forced me to be a lone wolf, and I didn't want to be. And then, I have so many girls that I love that I asked out to, and they were just I already had somebody else. You know what I mean? And I was gonna ask this one girl out at the DQ, but I told myself no because I was in a state where I didn't feel comfortable, like with that CBD, because I was in a whole different state. You know what I mean? And good thing I got some food. It kind of snapped me out of that. But anyway, it's 9 minutes. Okay, I can go to like 14 minutes in. But, you know, I'm just trying my best, everybody, to do the best I can. And I'm not going to do CBD anymore either, because that's just too crazy. It makes me feel like tired and everything. It's just weird. But sometimes it's like really zen almost. But yeah, I just gotta keep moving on. You know what I mean? And get a girlfriend that's single. You find a single girl out there, which is almost impossible in Tomahawk, or I don't know. But I'm just really, you know what I mean? That girl was really pretty in DQ, and she she's probably like 20 or 18, like yeah, 18 or something. But she's taller than me, okay, and she looked mature, but she was acting like young, in a way. Maybe she just had a lot of energy. I don't know. The girls would just be girls because she was giggling with the other girl, so they were just talking about stuff. You know what I mean? And girls will be girls, and that's what it is. But anyway, yep. Have a good day. All right, everybody, take care. All right. Wish me luck on my journey. When I run out of this THCA, what I'll do is no more. And then I'll go for a couple, like 4 days before I update you on my day 4. And let's start this journey again. You know what I mean? But until then, until I'm on day 4 is when I'm going to update you, because I don't want to pull your chain if I want to relapse the next day or something. That would be just pulling your chain. So I'm going to wait till I'm on day 4. So yeah, I just got to make sure I can handle this, because I've been smoking my whole entire life. And ever since I was like in like 18, it was like a long time now. So